Springfield, Illinois is best known for being Abraham Lincoln's hometown and has plenty of Lincoln-related sites to prove it. But across from the old state capitol, where our 16th president was once a legislator, you will find a rather macabre tourist attraction that has nothing to do with Honest Abe. An innocent-looking plaque commemorating a much less innocent piece of history. It marks the spot where the ill-fated Donner Party began an expedition west that would end tragically. Stranded in the Sierra Nevada mountains with nothing left for the Donner Party to eat except, well, each other. A short drive from that disconcerting plaque is the Illinois State Military Museum, where visitors can discover a decidedly odd relic from a long-ago war. Here's a hint: no one-legged soldier should leave camp without it.
We're standing in front of our display of Santa Anna's cork leg. Most people remember Santa Anna as being the Mexican general who captured the Alamo. During the Battle of Cerro Gordo, our troops broke through the enemy lines, came around behind him and caught him apparently at lunch. He had the leg off, and if you look at it carefully, you'll notice that it is a very crude piece of equipment and was probably very uncomfortable. He saw the troops coming, was able to mount a mule. He abandoned the leg. He also abandoned a chicken dinner that he was eating at the time and $18,000 in a payroll. And we, being good soldiers, ate the chicken dinner. We turned in the gold to higher headquarters, but we kept the leg.
Just down the road, local resident Steve Jenney's brush with fame resulted from an unusual collection that he keeps in his freezer. In 1960, as a 14-year-old Boy Scout, Jenney was assigned to guard Vice President Nixon's lunch when he came through nearby Sullivan on a campaign stop. Nixon took a few bites of his sandwich, then left to continue politicking.
And I was still standing there eyeing that half-eaten sandwich, and nobody else thought to pick it up. So I did and told my mom that I have a half-eaten sandwich that Mr. Nixon bit into. She said, "What do you want me to do with it?" I said, "Freeze it."
Jenney's odd story hit the newswires and several years later caught the eye of a Tonight Show producer. Steve appeared as one of Johnny Carson's guests and soon began collecting more half-eaten celebrity sandwiches, including one from Carson himself, singer Tiny Tim, and comedian Henny Youngman. Jenney has refused all offers to sell his collection, not that the offers are pouring in. In nearby Gaze, Illinois, is an architectural anomaly that upon first inspection might give you pause, especially if you find yourself on the first floor. It's a two-story outhouse, quite possibly the first of its kind in the United States. It used to be attached to the town's general store, which had guest accommodations upstairs. This outhouse's unique design allowed lodgers direct access to the privy without schlepping downstairs. The general store was torn down years ago, meaning the outhouse has outlived its in-house. Oh, and as for the dilemma we mentioned earlier, no need for alarm. The upper floor is offset by a foot or so, allowing anything from the second floor to drop harmlessly behind a fake wall. So ends our visit to the land of Lincoln and its intriguing variety of un-Lincoln-like Americana. For all those with an interest in half-eaten sandwiches of the stars, famous prosthetic limbs, cannibal history, and two-story commodes, start planning your next vacation trip to lovely Central Illinois.